Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for being part of our program. We appreciate it. Here we are together again on the radio. And, you know, we don't always get what we bargain for. We don't. I mean, we think we know what we're getting. We're thrilled to be getting it. We can't wait to have it. But many times in life, we want something really, really badly, and then we get it. And we find out how lucky we were not to have it in the first place. No doubt about it. Nadine says accept money, but there are people, Dean, who feel that way about money. You'd be surprised. There are people who say, I was happier without it. I went through a period in my career like that, by the way. It's not now, but there was a period of my career when I said, you know what? I had more fun making $15,000 working a 5-hour shift 6 nights a week on the radio in a small town than I was having at that later time of my career when I was well into the 6 figures and I was like not having fun. No, I'm not trading checks with you now, Dean. I'm very happy now. But I did have periods of my career like that. And speaking of monsters, you never worked with some of the monsters I worked for in the past. Some of the total incompetence I had to deal with. Many of whom are no longer in the business I'm working in. Many of them are off doing something else now. Total freakish monsters. Good riddance to bad rubbish. Many times you scheme, you plot, you plan to get something. And then later on after you get it, it's like, what was I thinking? And that I think particularly applies to relationships. Ever meet somebody who you just think is unbelievable, spectacular? Everything you always wanted in a person. They're hot. They're young. They're rich. They love you, love you, love you. They fawn all over you. They promise to give you everything. And then you bite. You take the bait. You chomp down on the worm, baby. And then you get hooked. And suddenly, that person who is the most lovely, wonderful, spectacular person, male or female, turns out to be a total freak show, a total monster. Totally insane. Totally not what you bargained for. Many of us find this out. Again, men and women, we plot, we plan. Here's how I'm going to get their attention. Here's how I'm going to wow them. Here's how I'm going to, I could be buying them things or taking them on trips, or it could be making them a special meal, or it could be running to the top of a mountaintop and having a perfect picnic one day in a perfect location with a perfect bottle of wine, blah, blah, blah. Okay. It's especially painful when you really, really worked at getting somebody. The boys here know about the 10 I used to date. She was an out-and-out 10. They know about her. She was a 10, and I stood on my head, tolerated all kinds of inconveniences, sat while she worked, spent time at her apartment when she was busy or sleeping. I would just sit there and wait for her to wake up. It was just, I couldn't believe I was there. I couldn't believe how great it was. And ultimately she turned into a complete freak. A total monster. Somebody who, while she was a 10, I couldn't take it anymore. I couldn't take it anymore. And I thought back, like, how did I get to this place? I got to this place because I pushed, I cajoled, I wanted in so badly. I didn't see red flags. I didn't pay attention. She put her best foot forward. I just kept going. And ultimately, I got my payback. I was with a complete monster, a freak, somebody who was so monstrous that as hot as she was, I had to say, that's it, I can't do this anymore. Can't do it. Ever had to throw one of those back? It's like you're fishing. You ever have to throw back, beautiful fish you've caught? For whatever reason, that's what it was like. Fishing. Oh, caught a big one. Look at that beauty. Tossed it back. Couldn't take it. Couldn't handle it. People turn freaks or turn monsters in various ways. Sometimes they become nagging or annoying. Sometimes they become physically violent. Sometimes they do other things to you, and you just, you can just barely handle it, for God's sake. You just and you keep hanging on, because you never want to admit you made a mistake, right? You never want to admit you were wrong. So you keep hanging on. And they keep being a monster. Oh, the early days were romantic, and you were having sex 17 times a day, and you were always going somewhere. I had one relationship with somebody. It was a long-distance relationship, and I must tell you, to this day, thinking back on it, it was exhilarating. Literally, we lived in different cities on opposite sides of the country, and every weekend we were somewhere else. One weekend, New Orleans. One weekend, New York. One weekend, Key West. One weekend, Los Angeles. We were just always going somewhere. The anticipation. Oh, my God, it's only Wednesday, it's only Thursday, it's only Tuesday. You couldn't wait. She got there, she looked good, she smelled good, she had my clothes off in 30 seconds and hers off in 35. Bam, done, in. Oh, God, great. Go out partying at night on Bourbon Street or Duval Street or Times Square or wherever. Spend 36 spectacular hours. Then I would go back to my life, she back to hers. And one day we move in together, and ultimately she turns out to be a complete freak. She could never match the intensity and the excitement and the fun of those weekends we were just getting together at various venues. So that's what I'm wondering about you. You didn't get what you bargained for. You thought you had perfection. You thought you had it set, done, ready, in. You finally got what you want. They moved in with you. They married you. They did what you wanted them to do. And suddenly you realize you've gotten with a monster.
Tom Leykis. Woof. Tom Leykis. Woof. 800. 500. Tom.
Oh? The Tom Leykis Show. Want to speak to Tom?
It's the Tom Leykis Show.
Be bisexual.
Yeah.
And the word bi does not go with the word monogamy.
I know, man. I know. I need help, though. I'm thinking of fighting. I'm thinking of just giving in. What is the way to...
Giving in to what? I mean, you have to fight it. You're divorced, right?
Well, we're on the way to getting divorced. I don't want to be with her anymore. I'm just trying to figure out the best way to get through the divorce.
Now, how many years you been married now?
We've been together 18, married 14. 3 kids.
You know what that means, Bob?
I make a lot of money, too.
That is lifetime alimony in California.
It's not just half the number of years?
Not after 10. After 10, you are paying forever.
So give me some advice. Help me out.
Pal, you can stay there and tolerate her screwing around, and I guess you can see other people as well. Will she handle that?
Yeah, that's fine. I mean...
That's cheaper than leaving.
But you know the psycho stuff you were talking about a minute ago? She is a psycho with a capital P. She has an absolute patent on the word psycho.
Uh-huh. Yeah, but when did you figure that out?
That she was a psycho?
Yeah. How many kids ago did you figure that out?
After I caught her cheating on me the first time.
How many kids did you have at that point?
We had 1.
Right. So you kept having kids with her even though she was a psycho.
Yeah, I thought she could take a little medicine.
Uh-huh.
I know. I could hear... believe me, I hear it in your uh-huh. That's all you got to say.
No, and what can I say? You had all the signs. You had the red flags.
I did.
You had them early on. No doubt her being psychotic in the beginning was a turn-on, and she probably was wild in bed and everything you ever wanted. And so you listened to your genitalia instead of your head.
I did. She's hot, really hot.
Sure she is.
Absolutely.
That's the only reason you've tolerated this.
You're right.
But I say to anybody out there, if you've had no kids or one kid with somebody and you find out they're insane, stop reproducing with them. It's going to cost you money down the line. It's time to go.
I'm a really good guy. I treat her. I never cheated on her. I treat her great. I make lots of money. I'm a good dad. I mean, if there are any women listeners out there in their mid-30s who are hot but not psycho, please give them my cell phone.
Yeah, but I'm telling you right now, I want to say this to everybody out there. All you boys who are married 8 years, 8.5 years, 9 years. If your marriage isn't everything you hoped it would be, file papers today. Because the minute you hit the 10th anniversary, you are liable for lifetime vaginamony.
Hey, Tom, what's your thoughts on mediation versus battling it out?
Well, the fact is, child support has a formula, so you can't escape that.
All right.
Mediation, well, I think mediation is better than just going into a courtroom, but, you're screwed. You are screwed. I mean, you might as well mediate, because if you go to court, the judge can give her lifetime vaginamony.
And other than the last couple of months, she had never worked. She'd done volunteer work. She was on a school board, never earned any money. The whole marriage.
Well, then you're screwed. So you might as well go to mediation because, or frankly, work out an open marriage and bang other people.
Nah, she doesn't want to stay in it under any circumstances. I can't fight it.
Well, she wants a divorce now.
She wants a divorce, yeah.
Yeah, well, after the 10-year mark, you'd be amazed how many women know about that 10-year mark. And I look at Mrs. Rush Limbaugh, who conveniently bailed at 10 years and 1 second.
Yeah, I don't know if she was watching that or not. But,
well, you don't know, but I'm telling you, I think a surprising number of women know that after 10 years, they got you for life.
I like to think she's not that malicious. Make me feel better, man. I'm admitting to you that I did not listen to your wisdom.
Well, I understand that. But, again, you have screwed yourself into the wall, Bob.
But admitting...
14 years. But the panel, you admitting your mistakes, you waited 14 years. You had 2 more children with a psychotic bitch. Why'd you do that?
Because I thought it would make it better.
Having more children doesn't make anything better. Ever.
I know.
Ever.
I'm only answering your question.
If somebody's a psychotic bitch, having more children doesn't make her less psychotic. It may make her more psychotic.
That is right. Of course, sir. I agree.
So, I mean, the best I can do for you is to tell you either try mediation or, well, if she doesn't want to be in the marriage, mediation, you get a better shot at maybe only paying 10 years of vaginamony.
Oof.
Maybe you could negotiate that. She has to believe, though, that without mediation, you'll fight her to the death.
Yeah, I haven't shown that. But I've shown her some colors that I'm ready to fight. And I am, if that's what I should do. But, you know what? I got a bone to pick with you. I had a big problem with you. You know what it is?
What?
You weren't on the air 10 years ago.
I was, Bob. But that's the thing.
I was in New York.
Oh, don't blame me. You weren't living in Los Angeles 10 years ago. That's your fault.
I know. I'm joking. You're the man. You're the best.
You should have been here, Bob.
I know. She was totally behind me. I had a political career going. I had a television career going. I had all this great stuff going on in my life. She was 100% behind me.
But you had a death wish, and you stayed with a psycho.
She pulled the plug from me.
But you saw the signs and didn't act.
I know. The rest of you men out there, you gotta see the signs and do something.
And keep in mind, Bob, you're already screwed. I'm not trying to spank you or make you feel worse. I'm trying to get to the heads of the guys who are embarking on lives like the one you've been living.
Yeah.
To try to stop them.
I was fooling myself.
Of course you were. She was a nice piece of ass, and you were delusional.
And you know that whirlwind stuff, traveling to other cities, all of that. That's what our life was. We had Ritz-Carltons in 16 different cities in 6 years.
Oh, she'll still have that.
She'll
still have that. She's still going to be staying at the Ritz-Carlton when she's done with you.
Oh, you're killing me, man.
You'll be staying at the Days Inn, but she'll be at the Ritz-Carlton. Say after me, La Quinta.
La Quinta, very good. All right. That means the bitch got the nice hotel in Spanish, doesn't it?
Exactly.
Wait, can you give me some advice to just as far as the tactical?
Get a great attorney.
Great. You got one you can give me?
You know what? I have some great attorneys. I hesitate to recommend them for fear of liability issues. But you can find them. Just to pay attention to all the big-name actors, baseball players, whatever. If you make good money, whatever attorneys they're hiring, you hire.
That's a good point.
It's that simple. You got to spend. And we're talking $700 an hour, Bob.
Ouch. I was shuddering at these $400 an hour attorneys. So that's
please.
To the top.
I passed that a long time ago. A good attorney is $700 an hour. I mean a good one for a divorce like yours with a lot of money involved.
I got businesses, too. Two different businesses that she's half owner, part owner of.
Well, she's half owner, Bob.
She's half. I'm not a full partner in each. But anyway, she's got half of my half. I know.
Right.
I know. I've swallowed that long ago.
Yep. Your new business partner, Bob. A bisexual bitch. So while she's got her head between some woman's thighs, she's also going to be the coach CEO of your company. It's going to be great. You let it happen.
I did. No one to blame but me.
Yep.
I'm taking the bullet.
All right, Bob. Hopefully you've learned your lesson and you won't do it again.
I won't. Believe me, I won't. Never again. And you boys out there, you better follow my lead. Don't do it.
By the way, Bob, I feel your pain. I don't mean to be flippant about this.
I know, Professor. You're the best. I hear you, man. I know.
All right. Nice piece of ass. Yeah, we've all been deluded by it. It depends on how far we went and how, me, after 6 months, I generally can't take it anymore, but those 6 months are unbelievable.
Yeah, I've got staying power. I stuck it out. I thought it would get better, and that was probably the stupidest
things. I have this word of advice for everybody out there: don't pay any attention to those people on Paul Harvey who've been married 75 years, and it only gets better. The best a relationship ever is the first 3 months. That's the best it is. It doesn't get better; it gets worse.
Hey, let me ask you this though: when you're going through the divorce process with the psycho. Is it better sometimes not to play hardball and go the softball route?
It's better to depend on your attorney.
All right.
I've done it 4 times. Your attorney will guide you. If you've got a good one, they'll guide you in every way.
Well, I appreciate it, Professor.
Not a problem.
Right. I'm going to go see the kids and go home and deal with her. Will you take me out JFK Jr. style, please?
Of course I will, Bob. Here you go. Oh, yeah. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Oh, baby. Let's say hi here to John on the Tom Leykis Show.
What's up, Tom?
Not much, John.
Dude, I like that JFK one, man.
Yeah, a lot of people like that.
Yeah. Well, anyways, I called you to tell you, man, I was dating a girl for about 3.5 years, and I was dating her, and I met this other girl about halfway into our relationship, and I was banging her. She was hot, dude. It was off the hook, you know what I mean? So then, like a dumbass, I left my girlfriend so I could be with this other girl, and now it's like she's cutting everything back. She's cutting off the sex. She's turning my friends against me. I don't know, man. It just really blows, and I wanted for some advice.
Well, first of all, at 21, why do you have girlfriends?
21, why do I have girlfriends? I don't know, man. I guess it's because it's...
I'll tell you why. It's because you don't have enough balls. You don't have the self-confidence to believe that you can have sex without committing to somebody. You think they will not have sex with you unless you play the part of the boyfriend.
No.
Then why do you need a girlfriend?
Well, to take care of me, you know what I mean? Because the girls are always there. It's a sure piece of ass.
What do you...
For sure, but,
Pal, if you have 6 plates spinning, you've always got a piece of ass.
Yeah, that's true, but still, though, I don't know. I guess I like them coming over there, doing the whole girlfriend thing, but...
What is the girlfriend thing? Having sex with you?
No, I don't know. Just hanging out and, well, I don't know, dude. I guess.
You can hang out with your buddies. Why do you need a girlfriend?
Well, I don't know, dude. That's why I called you.
Well, let me ask you a question, John. Are your parents together?
Yes, they are.
They're still married?
Yes.
All right. And your dad, I mean, didn't he teach you how to be a guy and how to have guy friends and do guy
Well, no,
things?
yeah, I have a lot of guy friends, dude.
But that's who you should be spending your time with.
Yeah, you're right, but this girl...
Chicks are generally a waste of time for talking to, a waste of time having a conversation with.
Yeah.
I mean, you want to have sex with them, and maybe they make you some lunch. You do not want to be getting serious at 21 years old. You don't.
Yeah, you're right, Tom.
So that is my solution for you.
That's a great solution.
Swear off girlfriends. Just have sex.
Just have sex, huh?
Your friends are your guy friends.
Yeah, that's true.
And if you need company, call them up. Play
true.
poker, go fishing, go bowling, go out catting around, whatever it is, do that.
Yeah, that's good advice, Tom.
All right, John.
Hey, Tom, can you do me a favor?
What's that?
You think you take me out Compton style with the biatch at the end?
Sure, here you go.
All right, thanks a lot, Tom.
All right. Biatch.
100. 500.
I'm taking this very seriously.
Okay.
It's the Tom Leykis Show.
Tom Leykis Show. With less commercial breaks than ever before. 1-800-5800-TOM. All right, you wanted that person really, really badly. And you got him. Finally, you nailed them. And they turned out to be a monster. Let's say hello to Chad on the Tom Leykis Show.
Hello, Professor.
Hello, Chad.
And how are you tonight, sir?
Do you care, Chad?
Always, my friend, always.
I'm doing great.
All right, Tom, I got to share a story with you. This hit home because this just happened to me over the last 6 months. And I have to thank the professor for saving me from this situation.
Yes.
I work as a stage director for Star Trek The Experience here in Las Vegas, Nevada.
At the Hilton.
Yeah, at the Las Vegas Hilton, that is correct.
Uh-huh.
And I get to see a lot of hot women come in and out of there, and I get to train them in the show. And, you know, I see a lot of them in the hot spandex, and there's this one girl that looked just like Britney Spears, Tom. I mean, she was a 10+. Now, I'm 29 years old, and she was 19. And it just, I broke one of the major rules, Tom. I took it to work. Don't goof around at the workplace. Well, one thing led to another. Everybody found out about it, almost lost my job. But let me tell you something, Tom. That was the best 6 months. Those first 2 months, man, I had the best sex of my life. I mean, we were doing all kinds of crazy stuff in the bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we were doing the role play. You know, I'd come home, she'd have all the lingerie on. I'm like, oh, my gosh. I mean, she just really sucked me in, Tom. Then we started talking about moving in. And I said, sure, why not? So here she comes. She comes into the house. She starts bringing all this stuff over. Her mom comes over and wants to decorate the house. So I'm a bachelor, Tom. I've been a bachelor all my life. And during the 6 months, Tom, I really got into listening to Leykis 101. And, you know, I'd come home, and she would have lists of things she wanted to change about my life. All of this crazy stuff. And that was it. I kicked her out of the house, Tom. I took, you know, she moved all of her furniture in 1 month. I moved it all out, put it outside, downstairs, and her mom couldn't believe what was going on. I was like, you need to get the hell out. I'm done. The professor saved my life. I was listening to you on the radio every night, and that was it. So now I'm just back to banging and having a good time.
Good for you, Chad.
So I just thought I'd share with Tom because you saved me, buddy. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Let's go to Elena on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Elena.
What?
Hello?
Hello.
Yes.
I'm calling because you were giving that guy advice earlier about his 10-year marriage.
Yeah.
And I've been married 12 years, and I went out. And I want some advice for the woman's point of view.
How so? What do you need advice on?
Well, okay, I've never worked through our marriage. We have 2 kids. I mean, do you think I should bail? I mean, what do you think?
I don't know. Do you want to bail?
Pardon?
Do you want to bail?
I do.
So what's stopping you?
The money.
But he has to. Now that you're married 12 years in California, he has to pay you forever.
Okay, well, that's what I'm kind of curious about. Yeah, I'm just not happy. I'm not happy at all.
And the reason you're not happy?
He's just controlling. He's just, I don't know. He's a control freak.
He's paying for the privilege.
The privilege of what?
Of being able to control what's going on.
So why, should money make him be able to be that way?
Well, guess what? How do you think people get all that money?
Well, you're right. You're right about that.
You want to be with a rich man. How do you think rich men get to be that way?
So you guys are all controlling?
They control their environments. Our control takes different forms. In my case, I don't like controlling other people. I control myself, and I make certain rules of things I will not tolerate in my life.
Well, that's what he does.
Well, you know what? I think I've earned that privilege. There's certain things in my life I won't put up with.
Okay, so because I don't make an income, I'm supposed to go along with this program.
Dear, you sold yourself to the highest bidder.
I did.
That's what you got.
Okay. I guess I didn't do so bad.
Had you been with a guy who made less than you probably could have been in control.
You're right. And you know what? I had those. You're right.
But you shunned all of them. Some of them probably nice guys.
Yeah, they were nice.
Couldn't get the job done.
I don't like nice guys.
That's right. Well, you married a jerk.
Okay, I did.
And you were hot for him, and it lasted 12 years of marriage and however much time before that.
Yeah, okay, I get it.
So, I don't know why you're hesitating about this.
Well, it's just, I guess, you know what, it's just he tries to control me, but then I look back,
When you say he tries to control you, what is he doing?
Well, okay, he doesn't want me to go out with my friends. He doesn't like it when I drink. He thinks I spend too much money.
Well, you probably do spend too much money. And let's face it, dear, in talking to you, you have one foot out the door. If you go out the door, it's going to be because ultimately at some point in time you're going to be macking on somebody else. And he knows it.
Right.
Can you blame him for not wanting you to do that?
Well, no, I don't blame him for that, but at the same time,
He doesn't want you going out and drinking with your friends and going to places that are meat markets where guys pick up chicks, which is what you want to do.
Right.
So then you complain that he's controlling. But the reality is, you do want to step out on him.
I kind of do.
I know you do, and he knows it.
I do.
So bottom line here is... You see, you can speak honestly with me. I know you have to...
I'm a bad girl.
I know you're a bad girl, dear. You know why I know so much about your kind, dear?
Why?
Because I've had your kind.
Okay.
I don't
never
mean
again.
I don't mean I've been married to them.
And you'll never have one of us again.
Mr. Controlling Husband is at home somewhere while you're out in the parking lot with me.
Yep, you're right. All right.
I know your kind.
I know, we're awful.
Yeah, I know. You've got those little bruises on the back of your head in the shape of a steering wheel. I know your type.
I know.
Yeah. And that's what you want to be out there doing. And your friends, some of whom are no doubt divorced or single,
oh, yeah,
are out. They know all the clubs. They know all the places to go. And they're always begging you, come on, let's go, come on, let's go.
You so know.
Dear, I know the whole story.
All right.
And you want to go. And he says, oh, no, you're not going.
You're right.
Because he knows what you want to do, and you deny it, of course. I just want to see my friends.
Exactly.
Can a girl see her friends? But in reality, you want to be out there with some other guy who probably doesn't make 1/10 the money your husband makes.
Exactly.
But somebody who would, suck face with you.
Well, be nice. They're nice to me.
Well, you had that, dear, but the guys didn't make enough money for you. You know what? You sold out to the highest bidder. Now,
all right.
The good news for you, darling, is that you can now take him to the cleaners in California. That's the way it is. And I hope the boys out there are hearing what I'm saying, because I'm giving you...
And then I can go suck face with all those...
You can suck face with anyone you want, and he'll be buying you a condo or whatever with that money.
That's true.
So why are you waiting for that?
I didn't know I really could... I don't listen to you that often, but I was listening to you tonight, and I heard the tail end of your conversation and how he was going to get reamed by this girl, and I thought, well, I got to call in.
Yeah, you didn't know that you could get paid forever.
No, I really didn't.
Well, that's why you need to talk to an attorney.
Okay.
And then you'll take him to the cleaners like women generally do here in California.
Well, at least we got married in California.
Well, it's not where you got married, dear. It's where you get divorced.
Well, that's true.
That's what matters.
That's true.
Now, have you sucked face with anybody? You probably have, right?
Of course.
Yeah,
Come on.
Come on. Probably rode someone like a pony in the backseat of their car at least once, haven't you? Wasn't me, was it?
I don't know. Maybe in my fantasies. I don't know.
Well, you never know,
I
dear.
don't know you.
I know your type.
You know my type.
As you see, I know every aspect of your life.
And you love my type. I know you.
Well, dear, I've been in the back seat with those who are just like you.
I know.
I know your deal. Hang on, let me get Cindy on here. Cindy, what do you want to say to Elena?
Hey, you know, she can laugh all she wants and do her little charming, oh, I know, but she should look in the mirror. She's got 2 children at home. How irresponsible and selfish.
I know, you're right. That is kind of selfish, huh?
Yeah, it's totally
It is.
selfish.
I agree.
Because you're not happy. Okay, when you spread your legs for this guy, was he the same controlling guy he is now?
Yes.
Okay, then you made a choice. And you made a stupid choice. But now these 2 children are going to go out in the world.
That's half the reason I haven't left.
Because she's not happy.
Well, that's
It's
half the
women
reason.
like you that make me sick.
Yeah.
Have some responsibility.
I don't like that word.
Well, you know what? How about the responsibility of raising 2 kids,
No, I
bringing
know.
them in the world with a slut mom?
You're right. You are right.
Okay, so what are you going to do about it?
I'm probably not going to leave
Well, why don't you just try to
until my kids are older.
change your attitude?
Yeah, that could help, but I don't know. I can't help it. He just...
Yeah, you can't help it. You make a choice every morning to either be a good mother or
can
a
I
bad
say something
mother.
here about women saying that the husband is controlling? Look, the guy married you and expects to have a monogamous relationship. You have no evidence that he screwed around on you. Then you complain when he wants you to live up to those wedding vows you took. And you say he's controlling. Women love to use that word controlling.
Well, you
It's
don't
a word,
know half the... I mean, there's other things, too, that aren't, you know.
Well, again, you signed on for this.
He was
did.
that way when you married him.
I did sign on for it. But, I don't know.
She's not happy.
I don't know. I guess I got to face reality.
Which means what?
You know, she's right about my kids. That's, I do have a responsibility towards them. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm definitely going to think about that because I love my children.
And what happens if your children find out you're out at night with the girls?
Well, they already know. They've known.
They know?
Yeah.
How old are your kids?
11 and 12.
And they know that you're out with other
Well,
guys?
they don't. I mean, but it's been kind of obvious.
Are they girls?
A girl and boy.
Okay, what kind of message are you sending to the
I
girl
know.
especially? She's going to end up on a pole.
Yep. No, not her.
Oh, no?
Nope.
Huh.
No.
You say she's not that attractive?
No, she's just a different person than me.
Dean just put her on the tickler file for 2012.
The boy might. No.
Really?
Well, Elaine, I hope you do think about that because it is.
No, I do. I appreciate what you're saying because that I have thought about that. Absolutely.
And Tom, I love your show.
Thank you, Cindy.
I do too.
All
even
right.
though I haven't listened that much.
Well, I appreciate the call. Hang on a second, Elena. Let me get Tony in here. Tony, what do you want to say to Elena?
Elena, how tall are you and how much do you weigh?
I'm 5'5" and I weigh 120.
What's that, about 15 over, Tom?
Depends on where the 15 is.
I think it's in pretty good places.
All right, how old are you again?
40.
40. No Leykis 101 listener is going to go out with you.
Well, you're right. After I was like listening.
She was 44 when Dino screened her.
Tom. Oh, yeah. Leykis. Tom. Leykis.
Are the people who listen to your show, are they smoking crack before they call?
Probably, yes.
It's the Tom Leykis Show.
Our email address is my name. It's Tom at blowmeuptom.com. Tom at blowmeuptom.com.